Okay, so for today's class, we'll be discussing what is a component and a grouping in SketchUp. Then we will look into staircase making, because staircase is one of the most difficult elements to be created physically in the construction aspect of a building, and also for modeling purpose also it is one of the most difficult things to build in a home or in a building. So we'll be trying to make the staircase so that any other model of such a complexity could be dealt with you. Okay. The third is we will look into a plugin that is round corner plugin. I hope that you guys have downloaded, installed the plugin that I have told yesterday. The files that I've sent. So in the drive, I guess you guys have installed it, because this plugin is basically from there only. Then the fourth is we will look into the menu bar, where in which we'll have the face styles and the camera settings being done. And the last, which is the most important stuff, which is the most crazy stuff of this SketchUp, that is the SketchUp 3D warehouse, which enables you to get ready-made items basically. So we'll start the class. So first is about grouping and components. Okay, the SketchUp has a problem. I'll show you the problem, then you'll understand why I'm talking about this grouping and components. Okay, so the problem is that if I am trying to create a table, think that I'm creating a table wherein which the top of the table is being inverted down, facing down, and the four legs are on top. Okay, I'm trying to create such a table. Okay, so here I'm just making the tabletop. Second, now I'm going to create a legs of this of this table. For that, I'm using the rectangle tool. I'm just drawing a square and then extruding it. Fine. Now you could see that what happened is that this table legs get attached to the tabletop. Okay, so because of this is one problem. I what I want is that this leg not to get attached to this tabletop. So for that, what you need to do is you need to make the tabletop a group and the leg a group, or a tabletop a component and the leg a component. Fine. So I'll do that. So I just undoing it by Control Z, and then what I'm doing is I'm selecting the tabletop. I'm triple clicking it, and then right click on it, and then you will see a drop down menu where in which you can see make group or make component. Now I'm making this a group. Okay, when I press make group, what happens is this becomes a group. Okay, so if you want to work inside the group, you need to double click it. Okay, so as to edit the group or do anything. For coming out, you can basically click on the outer side of it, or what you can do is that you can click on it, you can right click, and then you can do edit group, then also you will go inside. Fine. So this is about group. Now I'll try to create the legs. Now you can see what happens. So I'm making the legs now on this. Now you can see that this is now detached from the tabletop. Fine. So now I'm making again this, triple clicking this, and again making this a group. I would suggest everyone to do grouping whenever you are making the models, because at times you will be making a wall, and then you will be trying to attach a TV onto it. So what happens is that the TV gets attached to your wall, and then when you try to move the TV somewhere else, this, due to the sticking action, the entire wall will start moving, and this will cause a lot of mess in your project. Okay, so I'll suggest to make these groups and components whenever you are working. Now what I'm doing is I'm just copying this four legs with the help of move tool and pressing control. I'm just copying it. Fine. So this is how you could basically create a table which is inverted. Now I'll tell you the difference between group and components. Both are similar, but there are like some difference between the group and components. Okay, let me make a box and then show you. I'll make a box. I'll just color it with the help of paint bucket tool. From here, I'll just take a spot and okay, I'm just coloring it black. This I am making it a group. Okay, by triple clicking it, right click and then select make group. I'm making it a group. Now I am copying this with the help of move tool. Press control, then you will see a plus arrow coming, then you will just move it, and then I'm just again copying it, making a 3 copies of it. Let me color it something different, because so that you guys can understand, because black you will not be seeing the difference. Okay, just leave what I'm doing right now. Okay, so you guys saw, like, you guys we just made like a group and then copied it. Similarly, we are going to make 3 more boxes. Okay, and then we are going to color it different, and then make this, triple click it and then make it a component. When you make it a component, you can see something like this arise. So you can basically type in what the name of this component that you want to give. Just type box and then I am making it create. So now this has become a component. I am trying to copy it with the help of move and control. Okay, now let me now edit one of this. In the group, when I'm editing, what happens is I'm double clicking on the group so that we go inside. Now we can edit it. Okay, edit this group, or you can make any difference or modify this. Now I'm making a plunger into it. Okay, with the help of rectangle tool, I'm just creating a box, and then with the help of push pull tool, I'm just creating a hole. Okay, like this, and then going exiting the group by pressing outside. Next is in the, so now you can see that nothing has happened to the rest of the elements which is been copied. Now let me now edit the component and check. If I'm double clicking the component, and then if I am with the help of a rectangle tool, I'm just creating a plunger, and then if I am moving out, you could see what just happened. In component, if you are making something in component, what happens is the elements which has been copied also gets edited when you edit a single entity. Got it? Unlike group, in group, if you edit it, what happens, the other things will not get edited. Okay, whichever you copied. But in components, that all the elements will get edited. This is really useful when you are making stuffs like lights. Okay, lights or light settings or something of that sort, which is a repeated unit. Okay, which is in a repeated unit, and if you want to change a particular thing, you just need to change only one stuff, so that the entire all the things that are there will also get changed. So this is what is the difference between group and components. And one more advantage is there of this components over the group. That is, if I make a copy of it, and then if I make this, if I right click it, and then there is an option known as make unique. If you make it unique and then edit it, it functions like a group as well. Okay, if you could see, I'm just making a plunger again, then it works as a group. Okay, so that is one advantage of components over the groups if you make it. Fine, till this much I guess it is clear. No
Yes, sir.
doubts. Cool. So now you guys understood what is a component and group cut difference and why it is being used. Fine, so next we will go to staircase. Okay, how we'll just model a staircase. For modeling a staircase, first thing what we require is a step for the staircase. So a step, the dimension of the step is 1000 cross 300 mm. Okay, in mm I'm telling. So I'm just typing 1000 comma 300 and entering. So you will get the step. Now what I am doing is I am just creating the riser of the step. Okay, so the riser of the step is 150 mm normally. Okay, for a residential building only I am talking. Then what I'm doing is I am gonna make this a component, because I am going to have the repeated units of the steps so as to create the staircase, right? So I am just making this a component by triple clicking it, right click, then go to make components and write step and press create. Fine, I got a step now. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to copy it with the help of move, control. You will get a plus sign. With this edge, I am going to touch it to the next edge of this. Okay, I'm pressing it. Now you require 9 more steps like this, right? So just don't copy it and waste your time. Instead, you can use star 9 and enter. Okay, you will get 9 steps directly without wasting any time. Fine. Then for making the second set of staircase, what you can do is you can copy, you with the help of selection tool, just select this, and then with the help of move, control, you can basically create the next set and then rotate it like 180 degree, and then place this onto the top of this, right? So you will see that you got the steps. Fine. Now what is remaining is to make a landing, right? Till this much it is clear about making steps, copying it and stuffs.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I guess it is clear. I'm just moving forward. Now you need to create a landing of the staircase. Okay, so the landing of the staircase is normally 3 times the width of the staircase. Okay, so now if as I've used 300 mm width, I will just take it as 1000 for now. For that, what I'm going to do is, if I edit this step, what happens is I just want to make this step a landing. So if I edit it without making it unique, what happens is I'll show you. If I double click it, I'm going inside, and with the help of push pull tool, if I'm editing, you could see that the rest of the steps also gets moved. So I don't want that to happen, so I'll just go out and click on it and right click, and then I'll just make this unique, and then I'll double click it, and then I will make this a landing by push pulling it uh, and just aligning it with the to the top the staircase which is going topwards. Okay, and then I will push this part like around 900, not but like around 700. Okay, and enter it so that you will get the landing. Fine. So now you got the frame of the steps, right? Now what is remaining is there is something known as a diagonal beam that is there in a step. Okay, for that what you have to do is you can go to one of the steps, especially the lower step, that will be the best one. Double click it so you go inside, right? And with the help of the line tool, you can just draw a diagonal like this, and then you can just connect again. You can draw one more line, then you will see that a surface is being formed. Similarly, you can draw another one more. You can repeat the process on the other side as well, so that again you get the closed surface of this. Then what happens is you don't have a surface on the down. For that, what you need to do, you just need to just cross from one side to the another, and then again just draw a line, so that if you start drawing lines, you just simply make it, you just close it and make it a solid body. Okay, or yes, you get it capped, or you just get it closed. Okay, this the faces. Fine. So that is how you basically make the diagonal beam that is there in the staircase. Any doubts till now?
No, sir.
No. Okay, fine. So next is something that is really important, that is of the eraser tool out here. In this eraser tool, normally what students does is that if you now I want to erase these lines, this line and the line here. So normally what the students does is that they now they are going inside the component, and then they will use this eraser tool and start erasing like this. Okay, then you see what just happened. The surface got deleted. Okay, you never want a surface to get deleted. For that, what you have to do is, now I'm just going back by pressing Control Z. You need to press Shift. Keep pressing the Shift, and then just erase it. Then you will see that the line goes without deleting the surface. Similarly, you can erase the lower line and keep pressing Shift and then erase, so that the surface remains but the edges get erased. Okay, so that is one method that I will suggest everyone to follow, or else you will simply start erasing the surface, which we don't want to happen. Okay, then I'm just going out of it by just clicking the space bar, so I get the selection tool and then selecting somewhere outside of this. Okay, so you got it till now? Any doubts? Eraser tool got? Fine. So next is, I am gonna create a railing for this. Okay, for railing, with the help of follow me tool we are gonna do. Okay, so I'm just using the pencil. And if you go through this lines, what happened is it automatically gets selected to the midpoint. Okay, so from the midpoint I'm selecting it and just making a 50 mm offset, 50 mm offset. And then I'm going to make a path that is going 1000 mm up, that is I'm making a balustrade for the railing. Fine, this 1000 mm, and I'm pressing enter, so I get a straight line on top. With the help of the arrow key only I used it. Okay, with the help of arrow key, I'll tell that I'm using the top arrow key. I'm selecting the top arrow key. When I use it, it will just lock onto the top axis, and then I'm pressing 1000. I'm pressing enter. Okay, so you get a straight line. Then I am pressing space bar. I'm going back. Then I'm again using the line tool and creating again a balustrade on the top. Okay, I'm with the help, I'm just making 50 mm offsetting, and again from this point I'm again offsetting is 50, and then again drawing a 1000 mm line. Okay, and then connecting these two. Fine, and I'm just erasing this much. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a circle. If you want a balustrade, you want a railing that is rectangle, you can use rectangle tool. Now I'm just using circle as my element. I'm using circle. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to select this path. Okay, for selecting multiple paths, you can use shift, and then you will get a plus sign. So you can just select 1, 2, 3 lines. Got it? Keep pressing the shift and then select the lines. Fine. And then go to follow me tool and go press on this surface. So what happens? You get the railing. You can repeat this on the top side as well. Okay, I'm not doing it so that I'm leaving it to you for you to complete such the railing part. You can use, like, you can go through, you can basically make more railings, you can basically add more strips and so on. Fine. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to give texture to this. Okay, for giving texture, if you give texture like this directly, what happens is you will just color the entire component. So I don't want that. Because of that, I'm just going inside the component and giving the colors. So I'm double clicking it. So you go inside the component, and then now you go to select. I'm now making the lower part to be of concrete. Okay, just coloring this part as concrete. Fine. So I'm just coloring this much as concrete, and I want the top part to be a tile. So I'm just selecting it as tile. Fine. So I got a tile. Now I'll tell you one more interesting stuff that could be applied in grasses, or giving the tile depth, or something, any element that requires a depth. Okay, for that what I'll use is I'll use a push pull tool. Now I need to give a depth to this tile, because you can see that that tile will never be a straight line like this. It is not going to be concreted towards this, just a thin, it's not a thin, it is like a 25 mm thick tile slab, right? So what happens is I'll press control, I'll just press control, you will see that a plus sign occurs. Then I will select the tile and then move it up. Now you can see the texture also gets filled. If I did not press control, you can see that it will happen like this. It will happen that the concrete in the other texture that is down will simply get expanded. If I make it control, then you can see that it acts as a new entity, a new group, or new surface it becomes. Okay, and then I am entering 25 and press enter. So you will get the tile depth. This could be applied for places such as grasses, or in a place where you need some depth for the material that you have applied. You can use this technique. I'm also extruding it out, so that the for nosing purpose, because no nosing is basically a tile will be basically curved outwards. Okay, so for that I'll just extrude it a little out. For that I am not going to use the control, I'm just extending it as it is. Okay, not using the control, and then extending it like 20 mm. I'm pressing enter. Okay, so now you got the tile that is nosed out. Okay, now you know that it is never a straight edge out here. Fine. So for that you just need to curve this part. There are two methods to be used. One is the manual normal tools that is there available in the SketchUp, and the second one is using the plugin. The plugin is basically the round corners. First, I will show you the manual method, that is using the arc tool out here. With the arc tool and the manual tools that is already available. So you will take the 2-point arc. I will go to, I will select the center midpoint here, and then I will move it. You can see that when I reach, sorry, okay, when I reach to a particular point out here, you will see a pink color line of it being appearing. The arc turns pink. It means that it is tangential to the surface. Okay, I want that. Then I'll just press at that point. When I press it, you will see it gets locked, and then I'll again, third press is again where it becomes pink. Okay, similarly I will do it in the below as well. Fine. And then what I'll do is, with the help of push pull tool, I will push pull it. So you can see what happened. Look, it became curved. The edge became curved, and this is known as a nosing of the tile. Fine. You can add one more tile here normally done, that I'm leaving up to you to do it. This is the first method of doing it. The second method is using the round corner plugin. Till this much, any doubts? No doubts? Then I'll just go forward. I'm doing Control Z, so that's to go and use the plugin. For the plugin that is round corners, go to view. For getting the, if you have already installed it by the method that I've told yesterday, you can, there will be like, then you can go to view, go to toolbar, then there would be something like here, if you could see, there is something like round corner. If you tick it and close it, you will see a dialog box. Such a dialog box appears. This table is known as a round corner plugin. Fine. So if you want to create the edge, you have to curve the edge. What is to be done is, select the edge, whichever you want to curve it. With the help of selection tool and shift, just select the edges that you want to curve. Okay, and then what you need to do is just click on any one. Okay, I'll tell you what is the difference between all the three. I'll just select all three and then I'll go to round plugin, and you could see something like this appears. A red color line and a green color line appears. The green color line basically represents the curving distance, or if it is going to curve means it is gonna curve between these two lines, these two green lines. So now I am just making it like 20 mm, only 20 mm, and giving OK. So it is again big. 20 mm itself is big. Okay, it will gonna curve big. So I'm just making it 10 mm. Okay, pressing OK. Now you could see what just happened. Look here, you can see that between this line and this line it will curve, between this and this line it will curve. Okay, so next what I'm doing is, if you could move out of this, you will, if you go somewhere, you will, in the outer parts, you will see that there is a tick that is coming. You just need to press when it's coming tick, then you will see that it will show you the preview of what it is gonna do. Again, if you press it, you will exit out. Got it? So now you can see it just curved. What is these three difference is that the corner will change. In this it is gonna be a circular one, in here it is gonna be a star shape, in the third one it is gonna be a triangle, the corner. Fine. So this is the method of you using the plugin so as to create the nosing or the curve. Fine. So this is the easier method or the shortcut method. This could be also used for doing something like, if you have a cube and you want to create something like a curve, just need to select the entire stuff and then you just need to apply curves and then type like 100 or so, press OK, then just click outside now. You will just get everything curved very fast. Instead of using the curve in the selection tool, go to the 2 point arc, then using the push pull tool, again extruding and doing that, you will take a lot of time. So this is one of the shortcut methods of just curving any surface. Okay, this tool. If you press once more, you will just exit out. Fine. So everyone understood round corner tool? Okay, I guess round corner is understood. So I'm moving forward. The next is, so, and I guess you guys can complete the staircase. So you guys are in a position, I guess, to complete the staircase. You guys can add one more tile out here in this one. You can add tile down here as well. And you can add the railings and complete it. Yeah, I'll give you the assignment as well in of this class. It is there in the Google Drive that I have shared. Next is basically the Facestyle. So Facestyle is that if you go to view, okay, if you have Facestyle, you will see that now it is basically ticked as shade with texture. If you want it to be in wireframe means that you will see the entire lines. For example, if I'm choosing wireframe, you will see that, look, I'll see all the lines that is happening. Like I can see a X-ray view of it, like whatever is happening interiors or whatever happens is. This is sometimes used when you need to place an object, or you need to keep a object, or you need to know if you need a surface or not. Okay, you can use this view, go to Facestyle, and you can make it X-ray. You can also use hidden lines, then you will only see it in the exterior parts. Fine. You can also use this. You can I normally suggest you, when you are working, to use shaded with textures, or if you want to just check whether if it is in the prior correct position or not, you can use the wireframe. Now I am just selecting it shaded with textures because I want it to be knowing what is the texture and all. Okay, fine. So that is about the face style. Next is the camera setting. Fine. Camera setting is in SketchUp. You are able to get three types of camera settings. One is the parallel projection. Second is the perspective, and the third is the 2 point perspective. If I go to camera, you will see the three options. Normally it will be in perspective. If it is in parallel projection, what it does is that it is basically what you draw, how you draw. Like normally, what if you are using the normal T scale and all, if you are drafting, what you are drafting, that thing is basically the parallel projection, and what you see is basically in the perspective views. So that is what it does. If you go click parallel projection, you can see something like this happening. And with the help of the view tool out here, you can make it isometrical view. You can see the top view. You can see the side elevation, front elevation, back elevation, and the left side elevation. Got it? So this helps you to export such a view uh, via the method that I told, like go to files, export the 2D graphics from here. So you get the side view, top view, front view within no time. Okay, that also textured with ease. If you want something like a perspective view of it, like the ones that now you are seeing, if you go to top view, this is the perspective view. In perspective view, you could also see the depth that coming up into play. Fine. In perspective ISO, you can also get perspective, front elevation, side elevation, and all. But normally while working, we work with perspective views, and exporting, we normally use the views in camera in parallel projection. You can also use the 2-point perspective, which is rarely used, because in that case it is like you will have two vanishing points. Got it? So that is rarely used by us. Fine. You can go make it perspective while working, and exporting you can use the parallel projection. So this much you understood?
Yes,
This much is clear? Fine. So today's last topic is about the SketchUp 3D warehouse, which is the coolest stuff that is there for SketchUp. Okay. To go to if you go to Windows, if just open a new tab. Okay, just type SketchUp warehouse. Okay, you just type SketchUp warehouse. Okay, SketchUp 3D warehouse also, if you just type it. Whichever link is coming first. Here at least 3D warehouse, one link will come in SketchUp. If you open it, you will come into such a interface. Okay, you guys can log in. Now my profile is already logged in. It is a free login place. You can log in, and then if you want something in ready-made, for example, you want a OAT for your building, like you made an entire site, but you want to make the OAT, you don't have time, you just want to create, you want a ready-made stuff of OAT, then type OAT. Okay, and enter. So what happens is it will bring up models of OAT. Look, open air theater comes up. Look, so you can take this, you can download these models, and you can use it directly onto your file. You can also go for cars, and you can go cars models, or you can also get the products. You can go for collections, which will be having like more than 19 16 types of cars or so. Okay, you can use this for getting the furnitures also. There are different types of furnitures available which is already made. You don't need to sit and create the furniture and stuffs in SketchUp. You just need to import it from the uh, 3D warehouse. Got it? So one more thing that I'll suggest is, if you like something, it is once you get it, and then what I suggest you to do is open it and then star it, or you just add to your favorite. Okay, like it and keep, so that later it will be easy for you to open this file. Got it? So this is about the warehouse. This is one of the coolest features, because no other softwares, like in Revit, you need to download a lot of families and stuffs. In if you use Rhino, then again you need to make the models and stuff. So this is one of the easy things in SketchUp, which is really like you are already provided with the ready-made stuffs. You just need to import the stuffs from here. Okay. So this is for today's class.